These two some witches. So this is in reply to a comment I got earlier, basically stating the lady knew that Cynthia was dabbling with dark magic. She wasn't sure if Ari was. Ari for sure can be cited in interviews saying that she practices witchcraft. I wasn't fully sure if Cynthia dabbled with it. I just understand that these type of unions don't happen without it being some type of agreement. As I did more research, Cynthia's definitely into witchcraft. Period. And I could do another video break the color schemes that. This is what y'all got to understand. I ain't got enough time for that. Listen, there are different sectors or vectors, paths that you can choose with witchcraft. You understand? So different colors, it's just like getting promoted in jiu-jitsu. The higher the belts change colors. So depending on what your practice is and depending on your rank, that's going to determine what type of colors you wear. And every color represents your status, your power, where you at in the culture, in the tribe, in the community. It's all symbolic for something. That's what y'all need to understand. So I didn't even need to do the research to see that she has invited something in. Look, bro, you can see her chest plate. That junk ain't cool with me, fam. She definitely lost a lot of weight. She was already on the weight loss journey, and she was already underweight. I don't get it. Not underweight, but she was already really petite. Now she's underweight. That's not okay. So, and that's not to bash. I'm not weight shaming or anything. I'm working on not hating people. I swear to God. But look, I need y'all to understand that these unclean spirits, it's not a catchphrase. Listen, we can argue semantics. Let's run through it. You take a crackhead, the more that they do drugs, the more desensitized they get to the evils that they do to get that drug, correct? Their moral compass starts to incorporate shades of gray. These shades of gray get darker. Over time, it just gets pitch black, and you know that this person completely strung out. There's nothing they won't do to get that fixed. That they're literally not even the same person anymore, and they don't look the same. This is what you could call spiritual battlegrounds. This is spiritual warfare in a nutshell. Any type of energy and thought process that causes you to destroy yourself and not preserve yourself, God will only take you to places that you can be preserved, people. The devil will take you to places where you can destroy yourself. I need y'all to see this. Now, it's the same thing with the alcoholic. It's literally the same thing with the meth head. It's the same thing with the adult content addict. It's the same thing with the obese Burger King lover. These things that, and it's the same thing that promotes people being proud of these things. It's all evil. It's all evil. The fact that you can be proud with degradation is that of God. Let's leave God out of this. No disrespect. I got to talk to these people in a way because they don't really believe, Father. So look, even if you take God out the equation, even if you really want to argue the semantics of psychology, right? I understand that that's true. But to you people that only believe in science, I guess the only proper footing I got to question y'all with this one, I guess, because we can go back and forth, is when you know that science can't explain everything. When you know that there's random oddities of nature. When you understand that there's random chaos that's unexplainable, but you know it happened. How do y'all not wake up? It's because you're so indoctrinated, fam. That's the reality. But I'll let y'all believe what y'all want. So look, if you can see that the spirits of a crackhead, it is a spirit. The spirit of the crackhead will cause them to rob you, lie, cheat, steal their own family, right? Steal from, right? Do other things, promiscuous, sexually degrading things. Bro, that's a mentality. That's a mindsetting. That's a program. Now, whose program are they running under? Think about it. Now, when you got people like Austin Butler, because that Elvis spirit, that really creeped me out. Elvis didn't want to leave him. I'm talking this dude had to go to a speech therapist and a therapist, y'all. Why? If it's just acting. Why? If it's just method. If it's just method, and there's a scientific method to obtain this level of acting ability, right? Of artistry, of illustration of the artistry, then there should be a method to take you out of it. There hasn't been a sufficient method. They either got to pray it out, shout it out, go to church. They got to go to speech therapists. They got to go to real therapists. Think about how many different avenues. And then it takes months to shift. And they can be cited. Austin, Michael B. Jordan can be cited saying that it took a while for the energy to leave. They could feel the energy. Heath Ledger went through the same thing. Jack Nicholson warned why would you warn an adult from playing a character and channeling certain spirits? Why? If it's just method acting, if it's just psychology. Why? Because if you believe it too much, you can go crazy like Heath did and then harm yourself and whatever happened, right? Like, I understand what you're saying. I hear your argument from afar, but there's still the missing link. It's this intangible that people are either choosing not to acknowledge or you truly just don't see it. And I'm not going to waste my time trying to wake you up. It's not my job. Life will provide the awakening for you. Now, just understand, when you invite these spirits in, even Damson, Snowfall, he said he would go into the corner, devil, come to me, devil, come to me. To try, dang, I'm getting goosebumps. I shouldn't chant that. But look, he would do that in a dark corner so that he can get this energy. That way he could be Franklin Saint. Damson ain't no gangster. So where did he get that murderous spirit from? I don't know if it came from heaven. And I know it didn't actually, because he was calling out to the devil. But somehow this is just method, right? Guys, these people are witches. They practice inviting spirits. Psychology is one of the methods that you could actually use to channel spirits. You got to get your mind in the game. The body follows your mind. You can be as healthy as unhealthy as you want to be. If your mind say you ain't getting out of that bed, you ain't getting out of that bed. If your mind says you move, you will move. Stop playing with me. So what you invite in is a reflection of what's without. So when they start to degrade their shells like this, you have to question, is that the devil? Because God is only going to take you to places where you preserved. And I want to ask y'all a serious question now. Do they look preserved or do they look changed? Is that of God? We got to simplify these things. I know how hard it is to believe. I know you look around, retirement, work, bills, you know what I'm saying, the pleasurable things in life, the material. It's hard to really comprehend aliens or something. I understand. I understand why it's so hard. But it's one of these days, what's going to happen is you're going to wake up and you're going to feel unburdened. It's going to feel like a weight has been lifted off of you. When God comes into your life, bro, and the blinders are off, you literally feel lighter on your feet. Literally. It's not the placebo effect. It's not serotonin and dopamine discharges making you feel like giving you this. No, you're actually lighter, bro. It's something going out of your field. Straight up. So, and you just got to wait for it. You got to call it in. Invite God in. I want to see your face. Everybody else is seeing your face. I want to see your face. I want your mercy in my life. You got to keep this going, dog. And you'll be surprised how God will pop up with something that it'll be irrefutable. You're going to know. You're going to know. You're going to be like, God, that is actually real. You might start crying because you realize how much of an F up you are. And you're going to know God knows. You know what I mean? It's going to weaken you. It'll happen for you. For y'all that can't see that this is spiritual warfare, it'll happen because you're on the path. That's the spirit in itself. Your intuition just ain't that strong yet. Listen. And each of us are two wolves. Which one wins is the one you feed the most. I'm gone.